What's going on, YouTube? Tom here. Pretty sure this car is seriously one of the best looking cars I've ever seen. Maybe I'm biased. Did in fact get the windows tinted finally. Well, I shouldn't even say finally. It took a few days. Got hooked up with a good tint guy. So, yep. My car, my 2018 Mustang GT performance package. So, today is kind of a difficult video to make. Well, actually, really not even that difficult, because it's true with any car. Every car has a few flaws. Some cars more so than others. Now, even in a perfect car like this, there are some faults. It's minor ones. So, today I'm going to tell you the 5 things I hate about my car. And I say hate loosely in quotes. I did make a note about it, and I keep wanting to check my notes as if I'm up here giving a presentation, even though I'm not really presenting anything. So, first thing I can honestly say I hate about this car, it's not these wheels. So I really love the wheels. It's actually the tires. Now, these are Michelin Pilot Sport 4S's. They're a really nice tire, and when you heat them up, after you go for a nice little warm-up drive and heat them up, they grip like crazy, these tires. Just non-stop grip. The car will not Mustang around all over the place like they used to, but because they're so sticky, they pick up a lot of rocks. So this car is always making like rock noises as you drive. You run over even the smallest rock, just you hear it later as it hits the inner fender liner, and it drives you nuts, especially when you're like me and I really want to keep this car nice. I feel like I'm getting rocks hitting the car, and luckily they're not hitting the actual car, but it's enough to drive you insane. So the other item number 2, we're gonna have to come inside the car to really discuss this. So the smart key is not one of them. Oh. Close the door. This tip does a decent job. It keeps me reasonably cool. Set my notes down here. Well, try. Anyway, another thing I really hate about this car is the fact is you get inside the car, there's not a lot of storage in it. If you were honestly going to use this car as an actual daily driver, you kind of got your center console here, which isn't terribly big. I mean, yeah, you could fit sunglasses, cell phone, etc. But you come over here to the glove box. You know, this is really all the space you get. In fact, they have to give you a second little space just for the owner's manual. I got my window stickers sticking to my fingers. And then you open it up here in the door, you get these little... I thought these were bottle holders at first, and yeah, you kind of got some depth here you can put a bottle sideways into. Maybe. And then you get these 2 cup holders. That's it. Use them sparingly. And you come around to the back seat here. This one's nice and far back, but you don't even get anything back here. You get, can't really see it right now, but you get a map pocket. All one on the back of each seat. That's it. That's all the storage you get. You don't even get a sunglasses holder or anything, which someone who loves their sunglasses, and especially when vlogging, and I want to do the Casey Neistat thing, it's kind of annoying because you don't get a lot of storage. You can probably put a good set of sunglasses in the center console if you really wanted to. That's it. So the third option is, or third, not option, but third item is the seatbelt reach. Now this is how I know it's not just me. This is my dad's complaint every time he rides in the car. So you can see if we look over my shoulder here, you got these little loops in the seats. Most people I've seen, they don't use these, but I'm short. If I have to go reach the seatbelt in its entirety, it's way back here. These little loops kind of help. They kind of help you get them on, but even then, it's still somewhat of a reach to put your seatbelt on in this car. So, not a huge complaint, but it looks bad when it's in this loop. And you still are more or less reaching. It's just, most cars, it's right next to you. In this car, it's behind you because of how long the doors have to be. Alright. And then item number 4. Every time you go to start this car up, we're gonna put it into accessory mode here. I like to drive this car with the exhaust in track mode. Well, it's really annoying is it defaults to, every time, unless it's in the quiet startup hours, it defaults to normal mode. Now, if I reach down and I put the driver mode selection, I probably got the door open, probably because the car's not on. If I probably close that. Now all of a sudden, I love how this car likes to do that. It doesn't like to do a lot of things on video. Probably gotta, hey, let's do this real quick. Give it a quick start up. Car neutral. Yeah, you have to manually select it every time what you want. Just kind of is annoying. The fact is, I would like it to just default to either track mode or whatever, but no, it defaults to normal mode, which is not a problem. But it's just I'm trying to figure out how to set this my mode up, and I wish I could do that because that would be very nice in this car. I do love the sound of track mode. Okay, I don't see any neighbors around. I know they're gonna hate me for this, but it sounds so damn good. That is definitely not something I hate about this car. Yeah, go ahead and put back into reverse and then turn it off. And then another thing, I guess honorable mention, I was originally going to include this, but I'm not going to just because I realized this actually isn't as bad of a thing as I thought it was, just because I'm getting used to. With the 373 rear end and the performance package, you're shifting gears a lot in this car. It feels like every couple seconds I'm shifting it. But that also, number one, that just took some getting used to. You just have to understand, like, okay, this car's not gonna drive the same as any other vehicle. And then for 2, the best secret to avoiding that is just rev the car out. Suddenly it's not that big of a deal. So, somewhat of annoying, and that's what some people have even said, and don't get a performance package because of that. And yeah, I didn't listen. But I'm not complaining, because this car still is amazing. But the 5th and final thing I can say I really dislike about this car is actually the ride. Now, I said in the last video, and I did the review, that yeah, it's a little bit bouncy, but it's nothing you can't live with. Well, when you attempt to live with it, yeah, it kind of sucks. This is not the ideal daily driver because of that, and it's actually a problem just with the performance packages. So, if you are looking to get a Mustang, if you do want the best ride quality for a daily driver, do not get a performance package, because it has what's known now, actually found out, is a term of performance package bounce. It just kind of bounces up and down a little bit at speed, and on top of that, this car has very kind of aggressive seat bolstering, so the bounce combined with how aggressive these seats really are. For me, I'm kind of short, so my shoulders are like right in the beginning of this bolstering, so it takes some getting used to for me. So not the absolute greatest ride in the world, but that bounce just kind of is annoying. The only real solution is to change out either the wheels or the suspension, which either way I'm not looking to spend that kind of money to do it. I'm definitely not lowering this car, because another honorable mention was I was actually pulling into the driveway straight on and already managed to scrape the splitter just a tiny little bit. I didn't do anything bad, but it did nick it just a hair. And no, I'm not showing it to you all just because I don't want to remind myself of it. You do get a performance package, you do have to make sure you pull in at just a slight bit of an angle. Overall though, yeah, that's the 5 things I dislike about the car, but everything else, it's an amazing car to drive. You can even ask my dad about it. How great is this car to drive? See? They said sarcastically. A little update on that. We're supposed to be getting news about his truck later today, hopefully. They're supposed to take the tailgate off and determine whether the bed is irreparable or not, and then also the frame is bent, so hopefully we'll get news on that. It's got this wonderful little Nissan rental car he loves so much. Now, anyway, if you got any more questions about this car, you can just let me know in the comments section below. If you own a similar Mustang, do let me know if there's anything else you don't like about it. But for sure, I love this car so much. People keep asking me, so you're gonna get another Mustang in a few years? No, I'm keeping this car forever. I already love this car that much, and it's only been a few days. If you like this video, go ahead and leave a thumbs up. If you're stopping in for the first time, go ahead and subscribe. We got more content coming with this beauty. Anyway, take care. Have a good day.